Have you ever noticed how the most expensive things we own are the ones we never actually use? I stood in my small apartment, staring at the treadmill in the corner. It was currently serving as a very high-tech coat rack for a jacket I hadn't worn in 2 years. I bought it 6 months ago, convinced that new version of me was going to be a runner. The new version lasted exactly 4 days. I sat down at my desk and opened my laptop. I'm a freelance editor. I spend my life fixing other people's stories, while mine feels like it's stuck in a perpetual draft phase. Today is the day, I muttered, opening a fresh document. I had a deadline for a client in Mumbai, but my brain was occupied by the sound of my neighbor's pressure cooker whistling through the wall. It's a rhythmic domestic sound that usually means I'm late for lunch. I went to the kitchen to make coffee. As I reached for the jar, I saw a sticky note I'd written to myself. Call mom. I sighed. Calling mom isn't a quick task. It's a 40-minute odyssey through the health updates of relatives I've never met and a detailed critique of my unstable career choice. I checked the time. If I called now, I wouldn't finish the edit. If I didn't call, the guilt would sit in my stomach like a cold stone. I picked up the phone. Aniket, beta, you finally remembered you have a mother? Her voice crackled, instantly warm and accusing all at once. I'm working, ma. Just checking in. Working. You're always working but never have time to eat. I sent you a parcel of homemade ladums. Did you pick it up from the courier? I looked at the unopened box sitting by my door, right next to the treadmill. I'd forgotten it was there. The twist? There isn't a grand explosion or a sci-fi revelation. As I talked to her, I started opening the box. Inside, among the ladus, was an old crumpled photo of me when I was 5, standing next to a toy bicycle. On the back, in my father's handwriting, it said, "He keeps falling, but he never asks us to take the training wheels off." I looked at my treadmill. I looked at my half-finished edit. I realized that my new version wasn't a runner, and my draft life wasn't a failure. I was just the same kid from the photo, terrified of falling, obsessed with doing it all on my own, and completely ignoring the fact that I already had everything I needed to stay upright. Ma, I interrupted her story about a neighbor's son who became a doctor. Yes, beta? The ladus are great, and thanks for not taking the training wheels off. What are you talking about? Are you eating properly? You sound strange. I laughed. A real grounded sound. I hung up, moved the jacket off the treadmill, and finally sat down to finish the work. It wasn't a movie ending, it was just a Tuesday. But for the first time in months, the house didn't feel like a collection of unfinished projects. It just felt like home.